Throw gang, we are joined by, call him Chrissy because he's always fatiguing, Lawrence Schlossman. Myself, Mr. Iron Deficiency because I'm constantly fatigued. James Harris, welcome to the weekly running of the boys, with today's full episode only available on patreon.com/throwingfits. Lawrence, busy fucking week. How you feeling? You're a bit cranky, a bit yawny yesterday. Thank you for not immediately taking a shit when you came into my crib today.
You're welcome.
That's always a nice thing.
Did I seem like on some diva behavior yesterday?
No, just, a little cranky.
When I was on the train going to set where big things were being produced that will eventually be coming, I was like, damn, I'm exhausted. We have had a big week. We were recording late last night.
This is our third podcast this week.
Yo, the app we recorded last night, hilarious. Yes. I'm not going to spoil the guest in front of the paywall, but I will say in terms of, a lot of people on this episode are going to be taking credit for things that they predicted or like calling their own shot. This was a guest in our end of the year content and our most recent AMA stuff where I was like, this is someone I want to have on the program. Yeah. And we got his ass and he fucking delivered. And I cannot wait for people to hear all the laughs next week.
It was a bit stressful because the turnaround was tight and like we didn't know if he was coming on until like the day before.
Yeah,
right? So
something like that.
Put our minds together, put together a gas runner show, put together probably the best afters.
By far the best afters. And that's not even like, you and I pandering, digitally panhandling via pandering. That is a fucking fact. So that's going to be fun.
We're going to NFT these afters.
Yeah, we absolutely will. And so big week. Let's just get some housekeeping out of the way. First order of business. Today was release day for the only summer fatigues that matter that is open right now.
Yo, the vibes have never been more pants. It's just been fucking, we've been talking pants, you and I, literally since like 11 a.m. We spent a full hour talking pants.
A lot of pants talk.
Yo, the pants are flying off the shelves, although it is a pre-order. And
yo, shout out to everyone that's copped. These are absolutely flying, like Jim said. We
316 X Throwing Fits collab. Summer fatigue.
I think technically it's Throwing Fits 4 316. I can never understand that, like, who's doing what for who. I think the DMA one, we got it wrong. Or I got it wrong because I was like, oh no, it should be this way, but it's...
Yeah, I don't know. That was a question that someone submitted late for our AMAs. Like, how do you pronounce the X in a collab? And you always do times, which I think is dumb.
Yeah, it's extra times. All right, how about this? Is it corny to say collab versus collaboration? Like,
no,
should we...
same shit.
Okay.
No, it's the same thing.
Because I see some people being like, yo, stop saying fucking collab, bro. It's like...
The one corny thing...
Whatever, I'm cool at slang, dude.
Collab boy summer. We not saying collabo.
Yeah.
Don't say collabo.
Oh, collabo, right. Yeah. That's bad. So say collab or collaboration. Okay.
Take that back to the labo.
We'll put the link in the show notes. The pre-order is open until midnight Saturday, I believe.
Saturday night.
For some people that are confused, it is one pair of pants that feature two fabrics. It's not two separate pairs of pants, to be crystal fucking clear. We couldn't be more hype on them. They are available now. They are $198. Talk about bang for your motherfucking buck. These are daily drivers. You're going to wear them every day this summer. Don't question it. Yeah. Just fucking cop.
Think of all the people out there that regretted not copping. Oh, the podcast boots are podcast boots. No, they're fucking boots of the year.
Yeah.
The loafers, touching down soon. We just connected with our guy Chris. Fucking every time I wear them, they're the talk of the town. They're on some New Yorker shit.
Yeah, I personally hate when people after the fact, whether it is like a John, a collabo John, as the kids say, or it is a piece of merch. It's like the and I get it if you discovered the only podcast that matters and our various wares, after something has come out. But for the most part, you are going to regret it if you can afford it and you don't cop it. Don't be that person. Because, like, you know what I say to them? I say, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Kanye shrug, right? Like, sorry.
Well, last point before we get into the next reminder, which is, Chef's little personal project, is you and I have never put out something that we don't personally fuck with, except for the holiday mug. That was a brick. That sucked.
Our apologies.
That was your little thing. What's wrong with that?
Our apologies if you're one of the few hundred people that got the most dog shit mug that has ever been produced.
You gotta let them fail, right? Which is, I was like, I saw that this was a fucking train wreck.
Oh, come on. Though you kind of did.
And I was like, Lawrence,
I didn't expect you to call this shot, by the way. I mean, we're gonna call shots later, but you did call that. I'll give you that 100%.
So
the receipts are there.
The receipts are there. Go back in the group text with the merch. But even Rylan had his like, are we sure we want to do this?
Damn, dude. So that was like literally that's hand up. That's on me.
No, you had mug madness.
Yeah.
You had muggy. You went mug. My man's meant muggy.
I was mad with fucking mug power. Yeah, that was a brick. The second piece of housekeeping is if you are a patron, you should know that if you're $10 or $20, you can enter a contest that is a pet project of our man Sheffrey, who is doing 10. He's going to pick 10 random winners. DM him that you want to be entered.
Well, it's the 1 year anniversary of Chef Jams,
right?
Most importantly, and this is the 10th rendition of Chef Jams,
right? Which is live right now. House, disco, summer vibes, fantastic.
Yeah, I have you played it yet?
I listened to it this morning in the stairs. Oh, it's incredible. It's immaculate vibes as always.
So what's the deal? So DM Chef to enter proof of patronage.
10, 20 up only.
What's he going to do? He's going to...
so he's doing personalized, like, cassette, real, actual mixtapes for 10 random people. There's going to be original cover art on all of those, original track listings, original playlists, and then original commentary that you will get if you're one of the 10 lucky winner. If you're one of the 10 lucky children to be groomed by Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my God. So look out for that. If you're new to Patreon, I think he's keeping that open till Sunday or something.
Yeah.
The 4th.
Just hit Chef.
Yeah.
Throw him a follow, DM him. Shoot your shot.
Definitely follow. I mean, you should be, if you followed me, you should follow James, you should follow Chef, you should follow Chuck, you should follow Rylan, Rob, Jay, Dunk, not so much because he's kind of keeping his shit under wraps.
He's got to sneak under borders, enlist child soldiers, sell arms to the
various insurgencies and
the army and
rogue governments.
So he's busy.
Yes, he's
got a lot going on. He's got a lot on his plate.
He's the only man busier than Jimmy and Larry. So yeah, a lot of cool shit happening for not just patrons, but everyone. Obviously, if you don't even listen to the pod, I don't know how you're listening to this, but the pants are just a great John for all the people because we democratize good taste. We do not gatekeep. We are not fucking snobs. The more good taste in the world, the better, and that's why these pants are available right now for your copping pleasure. And that has been housekeeping.
Yes, sir.
Fit check, James.
Fit check. Let's get into the fit check.
Yeah.
So the feet up.
Talk about your new. Talk about the new DMX trail runners. Dude.
Yo, you are Ryan. Thank you for blessing me with the only sneakers that I plan to wear all summer long.
They're fire, dude. The mint colorway.
It's the mint colorway. So this is pretty much out there. Like all the distributions, like everyone's distribution is crazy fucked up with like COVID and the Ever Given and the Suez Canal and everything. So they're kind of dropping willy nilly. And when people are like, "Yo, I'm trying to get my hands on these. Where can I cop?" I'm like, I don't really know. To be honest,
like, tell you, dog.
They pop up here and there. I guess again, distribution has been for everyone just fucked up.
But it's an original design that Ryan did. That's like with the old school DMX technology.
Yeah. So it's like a rubber dipped trail runner. That is just techie and gorpy enough where you don't look fucking. It works with everything, right? It works with the fucking fatigues.
Absolutely
magical. It works
absolutely
with the pants that I'll get to for the TVTs. I mean, they even everything.
Are they reselling? Are they like a hype thing, or it's just hard? It's just hard to get.
They're not even on resale because no one really has them
besides Flow Team,
and like
which I'm curiously absent on that. So that's
I mean, I offered to pay.
Did you ask?
I said, what's your Venmo? Like, or not even what's your Venmo. I said, how do I pay?
You pulled the little trick that a lot of people have been pulling with the pants.
So here's what I'm doing. Here's what
we will not name you.
Greatest trick the devil ever pulled was asking, "Yo, do these run true to size?"
Yeah. Yo, these are sick. Yeah, they are sick. You should buy them.
I'm taking this pledge where I'm trying to get off Flow Team when it comes to like very small indie designers. Like
you're better.
Our
man
guy
than me.
Kevin, Fantasy Explosion. You put up the white hats. I'm like, I know that we're on Flow for that, but I'm like, yo, I'm Venmoing you right now. Is it 40 or is it 45? It's $40. And you should absolutely fucking.
But you're a better man than me, and you're a better man than most people,
and a richer man than you. Most importantly, but
thank you.
But I was like, yo, Ryan, like where. Seriously, like, where do I cop these? Like, where can I actually purchase these with my hard-earned buckaroos? He's like, yo, I got you. And I really wasn't trying to do that fucking, work around and like get the
Kansas City shuffle. Yeah,
exactly. The do-si do. But and then he hit me and he's like, yo, I got these in your size. Like, let me know. And there are other colorways dropping, and
There's an all black.
there's an all black. There's a mint green. It's like a dark green and a lighter green.
Okay.
Like a sage-
You have that mint.
That's
that
the mint.
dusty.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then there's a like a fire orange,
Ooh.
and I'm blanking. Oh, and then like a khaki, like a tan.
Ooh. Shit.
Tan and blacks.
Those will all look really good with these guys.
I wanted the tan and blacks. Fuck the British. Irish Republic forever. But he's like, yeah, those are all like kind of staggered out for the rest of the spring and summer. So yeah, keep your fucking eye out for those. They are absolutely gas. On the sock front, I got some Uniqlo socks that I walked off the ALD set.
Oh yeah, I got a pair of those too.
Teddy, invoice me, bro. You know where I live. You know that's Flow Team for life.
Well, again, we said the best thing about going to a photo shoot and being Talon is all the free socks you could steal, and no one wants those back because they've been worn.
Yeah, no,
that's nasty.
They're tarnished. They're done. Tory Van Thompson two-tone Dickies, which I put on ice for a little bit because I was wearing these every day, but it's a little chilly out, so I wore these today. Been wearing them. They go.
Have they always been creased? I noticed that because you wore them on set, and I was like, they look great with the crease.
Yeah, keep a
starched up, dude.
What's the
starch
Dre of the
madness?
Snoop line? It's like keep my khakis creased. I don't know, whatever.
Nailed it.
18 East T-shirt. Thank you, Antonio. Oh, again, this is something where I went and I bought it because you know what? I'm not expecting.
So then don't thank Antonio. Thank fucking Chase Bank.
Thank you, capitalism. And then I guess this is Flow. So thank you, Michael and Hayato for the Miles IBM hoodie.
And shout out to everyone that we checked in with Miles. We fucking moved some bricks,
That's all
dude.
we do. That's all we do. And then the jacket I had on earlier on the roof was Graziano Gutierrez all white trucker, which is like gas. And one of those fucking spring outerwear pieces that like you only have a few 2-3 week window where you can wear
right.
it. We're not quite there, so I had to wear the hoodie underneath, but
especially because it's been so windy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was also Flow. So thank you to those guys.
Okay, so you're not that fucking noble of a fucking person. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You're noble when you want to be.
Sometimes my white side comes out.
Right.
Like, I need to fucking just rape and pillage.
Exactly.
What about you, Larry? What are you wearing?
I wore my Our Legacy camion boots here. I have
best flow of the year.
Best flow of maybe my life. I have on Entire World socks, Supreme black jeans, a Needles Paisley silk camp collar.
This is some if you know you know shit because it's like one of those shirts where you do not see it's tonal. It's so tonal that you don't see the paisley and you're kind of looking for it. But once you see it, just like these pants, it's something you can't unsee. And this is, I want the red version of this so that we can fucking be Christmas together.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
The thing you lose with the tuck is the raw hem.
Yes, it is a raw hem. It lets that
we like it raw.
Yes, exactly. That silk really kind of like frays out in like an elegant way versus looking sloppy. Like a lot of you motherfuckers who chop your jeans, we fucking see you got to let it happen all natural, dude. That's how we tell a fucking poser from a fucking real deal John's enthusiast with sex appeal. I have on a white rodeo hat and I wore a vintage Carhartt Detroit jacket to the crib. And we are drinking Montauk Summer Ale.
Yeah, it's about that time.
With the beautiful awning stripe can.
Yes. Rolex
on the wrist, wedding ring on the finger. Supreme Hanes boxer briefs. You know the fucking vibes. That is a complete fit check and drink check, and all of the housekeeping has been kept, and we can get into the program.
All right, let's get into the first topic with Boss Man Larry.
It's a mad thing.
We can do the patois accents because we're behind the paywall with our best friends.
Yo.
No broke boys in this bitch.
Now you're broke boy in sight.
It is the week of Chet Hanks, a dizzying high, a terrifying low, and just, run-of-the-mill middle of the road.
You were saying earlier that the white boy summer wave, the tsunami of white boy summer has crested in your mind.
It crested for me on day one. When did it come out?
Out the gate?
I think it came out this on like Sunday night. And it came out on Sunday night, and then Monday morning, it was like still jokes and shit. And like, I like Chet Hanks. Like, I think he's hilarious.
Can I say that he is fucking charming, dude? Yeah. And his comedic timing on the front facing videos, I definitely didn't realize that like he had some of that Hanks family talent in him.
Oh yeah, I mean
the patois shit. It's like okay, you could practice that. A lot of podcasters can do voices.
He's so much more talented than Colin Hanks. That's for damn sure.
Orange County is a sleeper. Maybe if for real. But his comedic timing and his his charming nature really comes through. And I will admit that I had been hating before, but I was really surprised about that.
He's problematic. Like he
straight up
defended his use of the N-word, but then he came out and said that was just the cocaine talk.
Of course. And guess what? It always is. We've all been there. We've all been there, ladies and gentlemen, you know?
Do not play DMX around Larry, you know.
No, stop it.
Secondaries.
Stop it. At the afters, dude. Stop it. Stop it. So you were out off rip.
Well,
because of why?
I mean, it was really funny, but then I was like, yo, here's what's going to happen, right? White Boy Summer. It's a
this
funny.
Is you calling your own shot, by the way. This is
it's a funny concept, but here's what's going to happen: is it's going to be fucking and it started out, I think, as decent messaging, where he's like, "Yo, white boys, like let's fucking tone it down. Let's respect all women. Let's not call them smoke shows." Right. Clearly, a shot at Barstool, which you know we got some inside intel that he doesn't want to do any, you know, Portnoy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We saw some shit.
But he wants to do some shit with his boy Caleb. Don't call girls smoke shows. When you do shots, don't go, you know, give him a little Ric Flair. Woo.
Yeah.
Don't give him a big woo. Don't do any of that. Yeah.
So you were in and the Johns related rules and regs were also we can agree with those. No salmon,
no vineyard vines, no plaid shirts,
no picnic table looking ass shit.
When you know what it was? When he was like, I'm on the fence with jorts. I'm like, you know what? You don't fucking know what you're talking about, bro. Like, in terms of
also, Chet Hanks, despite maybe you think he's charming or funny or like a god, whatever, no one thinks that he's a style icon. Let's be real.
Yo, he's chrome-hearted out, usually head to toe.
Yeah, but that's some gauche rich guy shit. Anyone could do that if you have the money.
Like the fucking, you know, LA douchebag, like big.
Oh, dude, he has like the same tattoos as Rihanna, basically. You know,
like The Rock.
yeah, or also The Rock.
All right, but it was like, this is going to get co-opted and become the new Saturdays are for the boys, right?
Which is what an excuse for white guys to be out of pocket.
Exactly, where they're going to fucking, you know, date rape somebody, be like, oh, white boy summer, or like, you know,
I rest my case.
Yeah, destroy some property and white boy summer, WBS, my guy. And you know, this was for me, it was at first just like separating the art from the artist.
The artist, known as Chet Hayes.
Yes, Chet Hayes, boss man,
big boss man.
And then, so I was like, and I was talking to my friends who like aren't as maybe well versed in like the Johns world and like kind of the internet zeitgeist. And I was like, yo,
they don't control the zeitgeist.
Here's what's going to happen is that he's going to, the message is going to be taken from him and people are going to use it as a reason to like just fucking get crazy. And, you know, just, it's the new like white boy wasted shit or like, you know, Saturdays for the boys or yo, send it. Like, you know what I mean?
Sure. Send it culture. Yeah,
they're going to send it. Scream white boy summer and just fucking
do some dumb shit.
Exactly. Like
that hurts other people. Cause my thing is if you're not hurting anybody but yourself, go off, King. Go crazy. But as soon as you hurt other people, all right.
Those are my like almost immediately initial thoughts about like Monday morning. What about you? Like as a white boy?
Yeah. Right? Well, listen, man.
Were you into this? Like,
am I into somebody reminding white guys that we can be cool again? Listen, man, that's if anything,
make whiteness cool again.
Yeah. If anything, I like to think that I am a cool white boy. You know, sometimes, not always, you
relatively.
Know. Yeah. When I'm at my best, the thing for me where the plot was clearly lost is when it becomes not just like a money making venture with the merch, but then obviously how that merch and this is not a new take. This is all over Twitter and something that our guest next week, Stavros Halkias from Cumtown.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I already checked. Don't worry. I'm a professional, mentioned as well is that now what is this thing that maybe the undercurrents that's bubbling under the surface in Hollow Earth,
yes.
As you might have seen in
good reference
Godzilla vs. Kong. Damn, that's what I wanted to use up top.
Okay.
Yeah. You're Godzilla, I'm Kong.
Well,
right?
Because I'm Japanese.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. And everyone knows that King Kong is Jewish.
He's a big dumb fucking monkey.
A big dumb ape. Yo, white boy summers. But anyway, that merch being not just like aesthetically dog shit or like a visual abortion, but the fact that it's using that Stormfront, Proud Boy iconography. It's like, okay, this is like everybody's worst fear. This is what you clearly were.
I mean, it's like, why would we want white men to be proud of their whiteness? It sounds like these boys who are proud, these proud boys, well, they have pride in their white. They have white pride. That's what it is.
I
it's
think
white pride.
Where the culture war is at now, and I'm not necessarily trying to take a side or even say something ironically out of pocket, but it is. There are guys that it's like, okay, that walk around apologizing for their whiteness and their entire identity, as they should, and their entire identity is like in this kind of like, you know, cucked apology kind of state, which I kind of get if you, and I'll never tell anyone what they should or shouldn't do, right? You could do that if you want. And then there's the other side of the spectrum where, you know, people are like looking for an opportunity to celebrate and stuff. I don't think you should necessarily do either. With that said, White Boy Summer is firmly on, you know, the right side of the spectrum.
The fucking moment that it like crossed over is when it you could see it. You could see it in his fucking coke deadened eyes. He's like, oh shit.
He's sober now? Is that?
He's on some like health kick. I don't know.
Oh, right. Because he was doing like he's like working out for a year straight or whatever. Like
he's on like day
55.
Yeah.
Dude, namaste. I'm in Muscle Beach. Dude.
Yeah. So I don't know about a year, maybe like 2 months.
Like that, but yeah.
But it was when you could see it, like he's like, yo, dollar signs in his fucking coked out eyes, where he's like, oh shit, merch, Black Queen Summer,
right.
Latin Queen Summer, Latin King Summer, you know, and then
GS9 Summer, dude,
exactly, Treyway Summer, you know this, and he was like, yo, who's got a studio? I need recording time. You know, he's gonna put out a fucking White Boy Summer anthem, right? So, which
we need that for sure.
Yes.
Though, and I do like how when he was introducing White Boy Summer originally, he was very clear to be like, not like these type of white guys, but white guys like me and Jack Harlow, which is like, so then it is like Wigger Summer. It's kind of
I don't want a fucking Tyler Hero Summer. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
yes, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
See my cut through the holes type guys. You know what I'm saying? Freshly faded. So you are not prescribing to White Boy Summer.
No. And the last stage of this is, and you can see it percolating. And like everybody was like, yo, Chet Hanks, White Boy Summer, White Boy Summer. And then, people were just like, what the fuck? Like White Boy, we just had 4 years of White Boy Summer. And
since 1776, it's been White Boy Summer.
Since 1492.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Whatever. So the backlash happened, and then there's like all this other shit where people are like, yo, remember he fucking beat his baby mama, and she had a restraining order.
Damn.
She had a restraining order.
He
on
has
him.
a child?
Yes.
That is troublesome
with the Black
to hear.
Queen.
Oh, wow. Respect.
Yeah. And that's why he did like Black Queen Summer. Sheesh. And then like
respectfully,
all this footage came out of like her beating his ass and him like doing the fucking front facing camera. He's like bloody.
No, really? I missed all that.
It was not a White Boy.
I remember the N-word shit. I remember him being like, okay, I was on a lot of coke, but I didn't know there was more troublesome.
Something's going to happen where like
shit in his past.
People are going to the next mass shooter is going to be wearing White Boy Summer merch. That's what's going to happen.
Or the manifesto will be titled like White Boy Summer or something.
Thank you, Chet. For finally giving me a season.
Wagwan. This mass shooting is dedicated to you, Chet Hayes.
Yeah, just rolling up with my boss man AR-15.
That's tough. The one thing that will, anytime Chet Hanks, Chet Hayes, the artist formerly known as Chet Hayes.
What is Chet short for?
I have
Chettery?
Chet. Yeah, I don't know.
Jetsman?
Or it's like one of those shitty white names where like it should be short for something, but it's not. It's just Chet. I don't know. Another example of that would be like
Jack. Is Jack short for Jonathan?
Or like dudes just named Larry. Like your parents didn't name you Lawrence.
Those don't exist.
Or no, I think so. Or like Zach with a K versus Zach with this H.
Zach Bia?
No, like Zachary versus just being named Zach. But shout out Zach Bia. He's cool.
Damn, that sucks. Kevin? What is Kevin short for?
No, Kevin is just
Kevin's Kevin.
Yeah, that's just that. Right. I don't really have. Listen, I don't have the examples on hand, but I know what I'm talking about. My point is that whenever he is in the news, the thing that I immediately go to, and I'm sure a lot of people like this, is what does Tom Hanks think of all this, right?
God.
What does America's dad think of this? And the fact that we'll never know because Tom Hanks is such a fucking professional that he would never besmirch his son publicly. But I would pay $1 million of money that I do not have to know what Tom thinks when Chet pops up in the news, typically for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, because Thomas seems like he has a sense of humor.
Yeah, for sure.
But it really is just like, oh fuck, like maybe he thinks it rules. What is Rita Wilson? I assume that's his mother.
No, I don't think she's, or maybe, I don't know actually.
That's Tom Hanks's current wife.
They're married, happily married.
Colin Hanks is her stepson.
Yeah.
So not Chet's mother.
Wait, are Chet and Colin full brothers? No, I think they might be half brothers. Maybe Rita Wilson.
Brothers.
So Rita Wilson.
Chet is short for Chester.
Wow.
Yo.
Hell yeah.
And there's
a
third Hanks brother, Truman Hanks.
What's he up to?
He doesn't have a Wikipedia page.
Oh yeah, I wonder if he's the youngest or.
I don't know. Truman Hanks. Let's fucking see. I mean, Lawrence, kill some time while I Google this.
But yeah, anyway, I would love to know what Tom is like texting on the Hanks family group chat.
Truman Hanks is 25 years old.
Okay. Well, how old's Chet?
Yo, I forgot about this. Elizabeth Hanks I don't know if she goes by Liz, Lizzie, whatever, Beth, Eliza, went to Vassar. And Tom Hanks spoke at...
When you were in school?
I think she was a senior when I was a freshman, so I didn't know her. But I think
like some commencement type beat?
He spoke at commencement, I believe, her year. And his commencement speech...
was about White Boy Summer.
Yeah. He's like, all right, white boy summer. Don't say the N-word. Don't do cocaine. Don't beat up your baby mama.
It didn't catch on at the time.
No.
So shout out Chet Hanks. The pod is officially. And here's the thing, right? He supports throwing fits, right? This is talking about separating the art from the artist. We got a fucking story repost on our White Boy Summer meme. We got him in the comments with multiple crying, laughing emojis. Listen, man, we've said it before on the pod. I'll say it again. If you support us, me personally, I am inclined to support you, right? Not all the time, because I'm sure there's some unsavory motherfuckers that have weaseled their way into the throw gang that I do not want to claim or take credit for. But Chet Hayes, as far as I'm concerned, his support of us, even if it was for a measly 24 hours, that puts him on the right side of history.
Did I immediately reach out to his manager that was listed on IMDb Pro and manager that was listed in his IG profile and DM him from the pod?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Facts.
Did the email to his IMDb Pro manager bounce back because it's a fucking fake entry?
Do we even need to ask?
Also, yes. Did I, after like Monday at noon, be like, holy fuck, I fucking hope that Chet's guy does not hit his back because I don't want him on the podcast.
Really?
That's gonna be disastrous. Because then we gotta be the guys that be like, "Yo, Chet, bro, like, we
gotta pretend that we fuck with him like heavy.
Well, we gotta pretend we fuck with him, and we gotta ask the questions
or like that. We gotta pretend jorts are cool.
Yeah, which is a fucking crime worse than white boys saying the N-word. No, I'm just kidding.
More or less, it's the same thing.
We gotta be the guys like, oh, bro, like, oh.
I would suck it up if we could get knowing the fucking asses that he would put in the seats, knowing the stats. Yeah, I wouldn't
want to suck his dick though, like on pod, and then like,
right?
Maybe that's like some bar.
I don't think we're gonna. I don't even think we need to like continue to fucking speculate because it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. But the offer is still out there, dog. If you're listening.
I mean, I did get the Gmail thing like, hey, you sent this 4 days ago. Would you like to follow up?
Yeah, would you like to?
No.
No, I absolutely do not want to follow up with White Boy Summer.
Anyway. You know what is the battle of the week, Lawrence? Not just me and you against
world. Like every week.
Yeah, people's brokenness trying to fucking hawk some $200 pants.
Jimmy and Larry versus your parents' credit card.
Gojira versus Kong.
Yeah, can you? Let me ask you a question. Pronounce that again.
Gojira, which is funny because you know how like everyone
white people say it like that in the movie. Well, one white guy, the fake Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, evil guy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which is kind of cool that's becoming like the new supervillain, which Lex Luthor always was.
I've only watched half of it, but the Japanese, the fake Japanese guy says it Gojira, and he mispronounces it because I believe he's Korean. But
can I say that though as a white man? Because
I don't know. So it's weird. Like
Gojira,
Gojira.
And is that the Japanese spelling and pronunciation of Godzilla?
Yes.
Okay,
bro. So this is what's so funny is that Godzilla is a Japanese creation.
Of course,
the actual name is Gojira. You motherfuckers are the ones pronouncing it wrong. And what's funny is that like Asians are always made fun of for like pronouncing shit wrong, but it's like, yo, this is what like the Asianification of like a word like, oh, like Makutonaldo. But like, yo, Gojira is the proper pronunciation. You motherfuckers are the dumbasses here that have been mispronounced.
So white people should say it that way then to properly honor the Japanese heritage and legacy of Gojira.
Well, you're doing the R too hard. It's more of an RL sound.
Hard R's catch a lot of people out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. It's White Boy Summer. You got to be extra careful.
Summer. Yo, do they, spoilers, please. Do they have the Godzilla 2000 soundtrack with Diddy and Robert Plant?
Banger, dude. Yo, shout out fucking Led Zeppelin. Shout out, abso-fucking-lutely, dude. Shout out Bad Boy Records. Yo, so how deep are you in the MonsterVerse? As a fan of cinema.
What was the first movie that?
All right, so there was Godzilla with Bryan Cranston, right? They did a Godzilla, which was Gareth Edwards, who's a pretty popular director who I couldn't tell you what else he's done, but he did that. Then they did Godzilla, King of the Monsters, which is when they introduced Coach Taylor and Millie Bobby Brown, and that was Godzilla fighting a bunch of Mothra type motherfuckers, other titans.
King Ghidorah.
And then there's yes, exactly, who I think is is he the 3-headed motherfucker?
Yes.
So he's like the main antagonist in that one. And then there's Kong Skull Island, which was a banger, dude.
Yo.
I fucking love that.
I have
but
not
that's the
seen,
MonsterVerse. And then it's culminating with Godzilla vs. Kong.
I have probably seen like parts of the 2 Godzilla movies on like planes and shit. Kong Skull Island is a slapper.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I love it. Probably the best in the whole MonsterVerse.
I mean, it's only 3 movies, right?
No,
so far
this is 4.
This is 4.
Yeah.
Kong Skull Island is fucking a banger. It's rewatchable as hell.
Uh-huh.
It's got an all-star cast.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, right.
Fucking John, what's his name? John Goodman.
Okay. Right.
The brother from Boardwalk Empire. Jimmy from Boardwalk Empire.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he always plays like a cop.
Yeah. I don't really remember anything specifically from the movie besides being like, this is way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The director did the director guy. This is the most notable like piece of trivia I know. That guy, the guy who directed Kong Skull Island, did Kings of Summer, which is an awesome fucking indie movie that I highly recommend everybody check out.
That director, Jordan.
It's about male friendship. It's going to connect with everyone in the audience 1,000%.
Will Ferrell was in it? Or,
no, it's all no names.
Was it the guy from Parks and Rec? With the mustache, Ron, what's his name?
Ron Swanson?
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. But it's like all the main kids are all like young. They're all like young dudes.
So, okay, real quick. So that guy, after Kong Skull Island, and like this was his huge like blockbuster debut, right?
Yes.
He was chilling in Vietnam. I think he was just fucking being a dirtbag, just living life for like a year or two, just, gap year.
Right. After doing his big Hollywood blockbuster.
Being a slimy expat. And he was in the club and got fucking bottled over the head.
Got attacked.
And almost died. Like there's security footage, like he gets fucking got over the dome piece. He's just chilling there. Like his brain is like pulsating out of his skull. He almost died. I don't know the details. Like I think he like learned how to like walk again or talk again, or like he had like crazy memory loss.
Right.
And it's wild. And like the story kind of went underreported until like GQ did like an investigative report.
Right. And they like helped him track down his assailants, and they caught one of the guys in like India.
Yeah.
Who had like, attempted murder or whatever.
So this guy is a noted former wild man, I think. I think now he's kind of reformed his ways, after like
former wild white boy.
Yeah, for wild white men. And so Kings of Summer was
Kings of White Boy Summer. That's the title.
I used to I have a friend who has a wealthy uncle who lives in Park City, which is where the Sundance Film Festival is held.
Yeah.
Where noted, celebrities such as Jen Shaw show up. She's in jail now.
Robert Redford's greatest creation.
Free Jen Shaw.
Paul Newman had salsa. Robert Redford has Sundance.
We would stay at the uncle's guest house for a week.
How rich are we talking? Like super? I mean, I guess Park City or super. What is it? Park City.
Park City.
Park Slope is Brooklyn.
Yes.
Right. But there are slopes in Park City because it is like a big skiing town. Right?
There's all types of slopes in Park City, baby.
Respect.
Sheesh. Especially on Sundance. Woo! Anyway, so we would go to Sundance, like 4 or 5 of us. We'd like,
how many times did you go to Sundance?
Like 3 times. It's wild.
What?
There's parties, like you see movies during the day, you ski, you've seen the Entourage.
No, I know, but
parties every night. There's both like glitzy, fucking crazy.
You had access to this? I thought you would go. Did you ever go for work? Or
No. We would go during week 2. So week 1 is when all the celebrities are there when like all the fucking massive, huge parties are. Week 2 is when it kind of quiets down a little bit, but it gets a little younger.
If you know.
It gets younger and it gets more kind of like not DIY, but like there's not like huge there's not like an Amazon, all-nighter, right?
More
it's
indie.
A lot of house parties.
Cool.
Where it's like, the crew of this film has this Airbnb, 3 blocks this way. Let's go hit that up. Let's go to this bar, whatever. So a friend of a friend worked at IndieWire at the time, and he's like, hey, we're having the IndieWire final, Sundance party after the awards. A lot of the people come through. A lot of the celebrities and shit don't stay for the awards. They just fly in, do their appearances, fly out. we're at this house party. It's me, 3 of my friends, and 2 friends that live in Salt Lake City that drive up, these 2 girls, and one of them brings her boyfriend. Her boyfriend looks like a fucking magician. Like he has like luscious curls down to here. He's wearing a fedora and like maybe like a vest. And we're like, what do you
looks like a pickup artist.
He's like, what do you do? He's like, yo, I'm a hairdresser. And we're like,
oh,
what?
that the curls say that tells you everything you need to know. My man dripping.
But he also, him and his girlfriend have this like wild, like crazy sexual energy about them. You know, they're very like handsy.
Yeah.
You can get like fucking swinger vibes off of them. So we're at this IndieWire party. We are losers. We're the first ones to arrive. And we like bring, you know, we all bring like a bunch of booze. Whatever. The night continues. More and more people show up. It starts getting fucking out of hand. Dick sucking Ron is there. He's, you know, of course, he's holding court, like all these fucking like LA
giving out free legal advice to
all these
the
like
IndieWire staff.
He's just like going on crazy monologues. All these like hot like LA influencer girls are like, oh my god, like this guy's so funny.
This guy's my lawyer now.
Yeah, there's this girl who introduced herself
repping a whole fucking harem of fucking LA influencers and models.
There's this like hot mess like Asian girl that's like introduced herself as like superstar Sammy.
Her race doesn't matter, by the way.
It does. She's like superstar Asian Sammy or something. She's like, oh, superstar white Sammy's like in the other room.
Super Sam?
No. Oh my god, was it? Sam Williams.
Honestly, that girl and so Super Sam is like Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla. You know what I'm saying? We're like, my beef with Mecha Godzilla. All right, if you're just real quick,
Mega Godzilla.
Mecha God. Oh, you haven't gotten to that part. Mecha Godzilla is a
the Muslim Godzilla.
It's not. No, it is not Godzilla that converted to Islam. It is a giant,
just on his Hajj too, Mecha.
It's a giant robot version of Godzilla that's controlled by the CTO, the guy who mispronounced Gajira.
Okay.
It's his mind.
No spoilers.
No, but anyway, the point is that like,
oh, is that the glowing red thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. That's some piece of technology that whatever. My point is that like that's just a straight fucking swagger jack, dude. That's like when I see a Larry clone that maybe has more money than me because it's a souped up Godzilla. It's like, yo, this is some fucking bullshit because you bit my shit and then you're just taking it to another level that doesn't make it better or more or not even remotely original. But that's how I think about So Super Sam and So Super Asian Sammy. Yeah. Apparently,
she's like, oh, I've been in a K-hole for 3 days. I just came out. Like, where am I? Jesse, the MTV VJ from like the early 2000s.
He was alive.
He has no teeth. Bro. He's just like
because he was like addicted to all of the drugs.
He's still Jesse. He's like, yo, what's up? Just up,
did he pull his teeth out?
He just had like 3 teeth, but they're like fucking nubs, like way up there.
You got to get veneers, dog. Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, he's broke. Okay, so this guy, Jordan Voight
This is
Roberts,
the director's name, which we have not said.
Yes, Jordan Voight Roberts, the director of Kong Skull Island, who got fucking skulled in the club in Ho Chi Minh City.
Who was there to promote Kings of Summer, his indie movie.
The darling film. I think it had all the buzz. It had like all the crazy words. He was just like the king of Sundance, right? He was strutting around in a fucking ankle-length fur coat.
Love that.
He now has a beard down to like his dick. He didn't have it at the time, but he had like some crazy,
like a Rasputin joint.
Yeah, he had like a great like Hitler Youth head of hair. He's just fucking alpha cock of the walk of Sundance.
That people like knew who he was, right? Because he was getting all that press.
Yeah, because he was like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna sell the shit for millions of dollars and later direct a fucking Kong movie.
Yeah.
So he's like there. He's like fucking chilling. We're all like having a good time. Dick sucking Ron is off there. One of my friends, who is a bit of a Lothario himself.
Okay.
Remember the couple with the magician with the locks and the very sexy, very sexy
How can I forget?
They were like kind of like the B plot, right? Like
sure.
A plot is my friend is trying to chat up Anya Taylor-Joy.
Wow.
The star of Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, of course.
And some other shit.
The sexy chessman.
She was at the party. She was at the party. He's like trying to chat her up and just try to.
How is that going for him? Just generally speaking,
it was good. It was one of those parties.
He was vibing with her.
It was one of those parties.
She wasn't famous yet, I guess, so she had no standard.
Oh, I thought you meant in general. It was one of those parties where everyone is just like no one's having a bad time. Like it's the perfect amount of like booze, perfect amount of people, perfect volume of music. Like just one of those perfect parties where everyone is fucking vibing.
That's show business, baby.
It really is. Anyway, I think he strikes out with every girl and he ends up kind of talking to the very sexual couple in the kitchen. And he's like, you know,
this is the director or your friend?
My friend is talking to the couple. and you know this friend. I'm not gonna even
Okay.
hint at what
You
his
tell
name
me
is.
off mic.
She's like, sitting up on the kitchen counter, kind of like kicking her legs back and forth, like, titties out. He's like, yeah, man, like, yo, can I get you another drink? Like, you good, bro? Like, yeah. And like they're getting like closer and closer. And it's very clear. And I think they might have told like the other female friend that they're like, yo, we want to have a threesome.
Nice. Keep going. Keep it moving.
We want to have a threesome with your friend over here. And this friend is the nephew of the rich uncle, right? So he's like, yo, he's like, yo, fellas, like I might need the bunk bedroom. Like,
sure.
And he's like, am I really gonna have a MMF threesome? And we're also like 23, right? We're not like as sexually deplorable as we are now or adventurous,
right?
So he
is that your way of saying that you're doing an MMF like no questions asked tomorrow?
I probably. I wouldn't say
I guess
no,
it depends.
but like it really depends,
right?
Yeah, and this is kind of like if there's a magician involved that kind of looks like Weird Al Yankovic, no. So he's kind of like asking advice, and Jordan Voight Roberts shuffles over out of the bathroom, kind of
in the full length fur.
And he's like, "What's up, boys?" And my friend's like, "Yo, man, like, do I do a threesome with like this?"
He's asking the king of Sundance his opinion.
And the king of Sundance, the director Kong Skull Island, is like, bro, he puts his arm around him and they kind of like go off to the side and it's just the two of them. And like all eyes are on this director because he's the fucking,
he's the guy,
the big pants at Sundance. Yeah. And he's like, bro, you got to fucking go for it, man. Like, I know that it's going to seem weird. Like there's another, I know that you've never had been in a situation with like another penis, but don't worry about it, bro. Like, I believe in you. Like, you can fucking do this. You got.
So he was like pumping him up.
He's like his hype man. He's like, you got this, bro. Just go over to the magician and his sexy girlfriend and just fuck, man. You just got to fucking get in there and just fuck, bro. And he's like,
great advice.
He's like, yo, thank you, Jordan Voight Roberts.
Yeah.
He ended up not having sex.
Oh, that's a fucking bummer.
Because they had like a 30-minute drive down the canyon. And there's this
to the bunk beds.
To Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And then like he's on the phone with the other female friend and he's trying to be like, yo, you should come back. We got like lots of great like drinks and cereal. And he's like fucking eating Reese's Puffs the whole time, like on the phone.
The plot is clearly unraveling at this point.
Yeah, and like you were like, yo, let it go. And we're like fucking with him. He's like, yo, you guys want to like come back tomorrow? So like,
can we punt the threesome to tomorrow? Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
Nothing good happens when you punt the threesome.
Wait, so did you hang out with Rasputin at all?
Yeah, he was like a chill. He was again.
What was your vibe? Did you because like the pump up that he was giving to your friend who shall not be named, that kind of pep talk, either vibes like in a very positive, like good way, or it's like, bro, this doesn't really concern you. So I don't know what your read was.
No, we had like befriended him kind of throughout the night, and he was kind of like, he's like, yo, that's our boy, and like
you never talked to him again after this, right?
No, but like you see him from across and be like, yo, like one of those,
True white boy summer vibe.
Exactly, but he very much was like he just put up fucking MVP numbers, for 2 weeks and was coming up. He was riding a high that only he knew.
He stuck around for week 2. Like he was a week 1 superstar, stuck around for week 2. He was getting his money's worth.
I think if you're small time and if you're kind of a new guy, like you need to meet with the investors, you need to meet with the distributors.
Got to put in a lot of FaceTime.
Again, only he and the
coach
people that were
et cetera.
also in the bathroom with him knew the high that he was on.
Right.
So yeah, so that's my.
Do you think maybe I wonder if we could ever ask him if that was his peak, like when he looks back, because obviously fame led him down a dark path that ended up him getting assaulted in Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah, bro, maybe he should have had that threesome with the magician.
Shout out that guy. I wonder if we could get him. Yo, check out his IMDb Pro. Maybe we could book his. What's his name? Jordan
Voight Roberts.
Yo, shout out to you, bro. I know you had nothing to do with Godzilla vs. Kong, which by the way I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars on Letterboxd.
Oh.
My beef, and I kind of just scratched the surface on this. Again, follow me on Letterboxd for all my cool fucking takes and jokes on movies. But yo, for all these titans, right, are supposed to be like alpha, apex, predators, right? They all seem very petty. A lot of female tendencies where it's like very emotional.
That's
even
sexist.
like Gojira. Gojira. Like, yo, bro, it's like what are we doing here?
The one thing I saw that was
and shit. I'm like, come on.
I was like, yo, are these people-
if I'm Gojira or Kong, I'm chilling, dog. Why am I fighting and causing a ruckus? They literally
it's in their nature, though.
You haven't seen Hong Kong get absolutely fucking leveled, bro.
Spoiler alert.
But I mean, come on, you knew that was gonna happen. But it's like, why are we doing that? Relax, chill.
The one guy I saw where I was like, these people are dumb was they're like, turn the ships off. Godzilla will think that.
Oh, that was very stupid.
Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, no one is expecting this movie to have any like real, fucking
You want to talk intellectual?
comment on society or
You want to talk comment on society? You want to talk intellectualism? You want to talk galaxy brains?
Let's go.
Lil Nas X.
Oh my God. Yeah. What do you? So what's his status right now? Did he got sued?
No, he's not. He didn't get sued. So the company that
Mischief.
partnered up with on the sneakers, Mischief,
Right. They're getting sued.
MSCHF. They're getting
Mischief. Though,
yeah,
right?
they're like 10 blocks away in Williamsburg. They're getting sued by Nike because Nike's like, yo, people think that it's a Nike product that we're collaborating on these Satan shoes.
Right. They did the Birkin stocks made from Hermes Birkin bags for like Fuge.
They did the Jesus Air Maxes. They did a bunch of other shit. They did like they do these like trolley viral like stunts, right? That are always like a commentary on like consumerism and
which is kind of like Lil Nas X in terms of like what is this guy's place in the cultural landscape, the zeitgeist. It is kind of like being a troll. I don't know what you thought of.
He's a good troll though.
Yeah, for sure. I personally didn't like I didn't like the song. Shout out to Lil Nas X. Get that bag, dog. But not a fan of the song, and even the video, which is like funny and absolutely fucking ludicrous, which I appreciate. To me, felt like kind of cheaply done, even though I'm sure it was extremely expensive. So I wasn't really.
I don't think I've even listened to the song and seen the video more than the one time that I watched to just be like, oh, like this is what people are mad about.
Yeah,
the fucking anger and the moral outrage over like Satanism and gay shit.
The fake moral outrage.
Yeah. Also real.
Fox News, what is with this gay shit?
Yeah. Fuck this gay shit, Fox News.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like what's been overshadowing it, which is awesome.
Right.
That he's fucking poked the bear, whether these feelings.
No, this happens every week. I mean, the culture war at this point might as well be.
But it is like Monica said, it is a good old fashioned Satanistic moral outrage. Which like when was the last time we did a good old fashioned like
right? That's some
shit over,
that's some Ozzy Osbourne, Judas Priest, fucking Marilyn Manson type shit, which is a throwback. And if we talk about like how things are cyclical and the 2000, the Y2K shit being very hot now, and even like late 90s, that kind of satanic panic shit kind of plays. So whether Lil Nas X was like, well, he knew what he was doing, but whether or not he was like playing into the beautiful fucking lineage of pissing off fucking, mainstream right-wing America, like he fucking succeeded. That's for damn sure.
You know what has roots in satanic outrage, moral panic? Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag.
That's right, which we addressed, which is right. It was based on something from Brandon's youth that
there were like satanic murders in his hometown, and because he wore like Judas Priest shirts, he was like outcast as like the gay kid.
We would say go back and listen to that episode of a previous podcast endeavor that shall not be named. But let's not give like Chet Hanks kind of like set up for us. Don't give those motherfuckers any streams.
Is Lil Nas X like the best
troll
at the internet troll there is?
I think so. I mean, that's he was
this is all pre-planned,
right? He was that Nicki. When he started his career as like this Nicki Minaj Barb kind of troll fan account guy. He knows how to go viral with the best of them. I mean, Old Town Road speaks for itself, and how that went viral on TikTok, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Before even TikTok was like the social media app not even du jour because it has staying power. But yeah, I think Monica nailed it. It's that, listen, even if you don't think the song is a banger or a slapper, which I don't think it is, even if you're not a big fan of the video, the dunking and the trolling that he was able to do after the fact against all of his kind of moral enemies was a fucking masterclass.
I mean, it's just so easy where he's like, yo, y'all been preaching that gay people go to hell. And this is just a documentary in your eyes, right? Yeah. Gay people going to hell. Like, why are you upset with this?
I'm speaking truth to power, dude.
I'm going down to meet the devil and I'm sucking on his balls.
Yeah,
like, why is that?
Twerking on his dick.
Why are you surprised? Why is this bad?
Yeah.
And in between the fucking dunkings and the hilarious SpongeBob memes, he is putting out these like heartfelt and I think powerful and necessary tweets and messages where he's like, yo, I was taught to hate myself because I was gay. Right. And look at you guys now. Like, look at this anger that you're feeling. Like, this is the anger I felt towards myself because of you. So fuck you.
Yeah. Tell me how my dick tastes.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? How my ass tastes.
Respect.
And he was like, I was a fucking little emo, goth kid.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I know Lawrence, like, oh, you never listened to Eminem because you had a great relationship with your parents. Whatever. I grew up on a fucking tree line cul-de-sac. I worked the Hollister, but were you ever like a fucking little rebel ass like pop punk emo little bitch?
100%. I think anyone who's of my age that grew up in the tri-state area, like a lot of those big bands, many of which have been canceled
26?
now.
26 years old?
Yeah, 26 years old. And a lot of these bands I'm about to reference have a lot of these dudes have been canceled.
Oh, no.
Brand New famously, Taking Back Sunday.
Brand New
Thursday.
Slept with the You Done Goofed girl. Right?
Oh, I don't know who that is, but he was just like Jesse Lacey, the singer-songwriter, the face.
You know You Done Goofed?
What is that? Is that a meme? What is that?
There was like a 15-year-old girl that I think was a Brand New super fan, and I think like was on message boards and shit and tried to like antagonize or troll or lied, and people like called her out and they like doxed her. It was horrible.
Okay. What is the You Done Goofed?
They doxed her and she's like recording, and this is like 2005, 6-ish. I mean,
okay, that
Chuck fucking put the video in here.
And I know who it's coming from because I backtraced it. And I know who's emailing and who's doing it. And you've been reported to the cyber police and the state police. So you better write one more thing or screw with my computer again. You'll be arrested. End of conversation from her father.
Her dad is like big walrus mustache, white guy, like looks like a fucking Blue Lives Matter motherfucker. He's pacing back and forth in the background, and she's like crying to camera. She's like, "You guys ruined my life," and this is horrible because
this is a YouTube video. What was this?
I think so, or just like a Daily Motion video that she posted.
Yeah,
like,
okay, right.
She's like, you guys ruined my life.
You're showing your age.
You
as
guys
a
ruined my
25-year-old.
life. Like, I can't go back to school. My dad got fired, and the dad is pacing back and forth in the background. He goes, "You done goofed. I'm calling the internet police." Like he literally screamed.
Why did he got fired?
I don't know. He ended up dying tragically due to like the stress put on the family by like the trolls. And of course,
god damn,
her doing this only egged them on. And obviously it's fucking 101. Do not feed the trolls, starve them of oxygen. She, or I guess he is trans, and I believe tried to kill himself a few times, maybe successfully killed himself. I don't know.
Yikes.
And it all started with this like Brand New, because she was like 15 and like hooked up with the lead singer, and I think it was Brand New. I might be wrong.
Well, his whole thing, the reason that Jesse Lacey was canceled is because he was like grooming or soliciting, like we're talking 14 years old. Which, when I was 14, that would have been my dream. But I'm not a female, obviously, so like it's very different when an older gentleman is coming through and manipulating you sexually and psychologically. But anyway, so we're talking Brand New, Thursday, Glassjaw, Taking Back Sunday. That kind of scene, if you grew up in the tri-state area when I grew up, those were our gods. Those were our kings. So to your point, I didn't have a goth phase, but I had my like post-punk phase where I was going to Hot Topic to buy like band t-shirts. And I'm not necessarily like proud of that because looking back now, that I was definitely like a poser version of like what the actual scene kind of represented. But to your point, yes.
Did you ever wear like I don't know, like spike bracelets or like black?
No, I had the spiked belt though. I had the spiked belt for sure, the studded belt. And the one traumatic thing
this is a style phase that is unreported.
I didn't do like
this is the mother's box.
I didn't do,
which by the way, shout out the 2-year anniversary. 2 days ago of me and Lawrence's mom smooching.
Okay. All right. Oh, right. My wedding anniversary. Yeah. March 30th. A traumatic moment that came out of this that kind of plays into me saying that I was a poser is that,
were you ever called out?
So, right. I was being the kind of privileged, cold, not that a lot of people in my town weren't because of those tree line cul-de-sacs that you mentioned. Right. But I was going to Hot Topic and I was blowing my allowance on band tees. And this isn't like a pop punk thing, but I when the Strokes dropped, I was a huge fucking Strokes guy. That would have been in 2001, I believe. Is This It dropped? We can have Chef fact check that. But I bought the iconic Strokes logo band tee at Hot Topic and wore that to high school thinking I was like the man. And a bunch of older I must have been a freshman, maybe a sophomore, and some upperclassmen who would have been then sophomores or juniors were like, nice Stroke shirt, you fucking poser. And it really, and I wasn't a guy who got Listen, I was cool. I didn't get bullied.
I would love to know what high school Lawrence was like, underclassmen high school Lawrence, where you were at the fucking ass end of the power dynamic.
You are, yeah. That was before I kind of like got hot and popped off to some degree in terms of popularity. We've covered this on the show. But anyway, I got sunned publicly there. That hurt. And then one of my friends at the time, whether it was later that day or later that week, he even doubled down on it, and he was shitting on me, and I was like, okay, well, one, this guy's not my friend. Fuck you, Brendan Wagner, you fucking bitch. But
did you guys remain friends?
No, I don't remember. It really hurt my feelings though, and that was so when I think back and that really hurt my feelings so much so that I was at a party when I was in college, and one of those dudes that had bullied me originally, not my friend, he actually apologized to me.
What?
Yeah, which was honestly like, yo, fucking respect, dude. I mean,
what's his name?
Hey, too little, too late.
What's that guy doing?
That would have been Jordan Wolf was his name.
What? That's the Wolf of Wall Street's name. No.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Jordan Belfort is the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, you're right.
And no relation to our guy Jake Wolf. But anyway, this dude apologized to me later at some house party when I had got my cloud up.
What was your fit on the day that he apologized? He was like, oh damn, this guy does a lot of cocaine. He wasn't a poser after all.
It wasn't like that. But I was definitely like the cooler frat boy version of myself. I was wearing everything that Chet Hanks outlawed for White Boy Summer, basically.
Oh, fuck.
But that was when I think back to that period of my life, the Hot Topic version of Larry. I can't help but even absolutely feel like a poser because I have this trauma, dude. I had this unaddressed trauma from PTSD. That time in my life. But so to answer your question, yeah, I was goth, but I was goth adjacent.
Right. You got to put out a music video of you lap dancing on Julian Casablancas.
Yeah. Him dressed as the devil, just me twerking.
Dear younger Larry.
It gets better.
You didn't know it at the time, bro.
It gets worse, dude. Yeah, it gets worse. So I know you can't believe it, but it gets worse. Yeah. But yeah, that dude had apologized later, and I remember.
That's so funny that I remember. So that stuck with him. He felt bad, and that's this.
I don't remember if I might have at that point being like the more confident, like pussy getting version of myself who like was in a fraternity and this and who had like gotten out of Mahwah, New Jersey, and this dude might have been like. Now, like the loser guy who was like stuck in Bergen County.
But he wasn't at the same frat party at the same college.
No, this was back at home. Okay. This was like over the summer. This wasn't like a college thing. And I don't know if I maybe went up to him and was or I said I don't like, remember.
Yo, bitch! Remember when you called me a fucking poser?
Yeah, suck my dick, motherfucker, or anything like that. I don't know if he apologized of his own volition and did it. But either way,
or if you forced him to by beating him up and pissing on him.
That apology stuck with me to the point where I remember like telling my mom because originally when it had happened, I like definitely was very upset because I thought I was I'm a freshman or a sophomore listening to the Strokes. I'm the coolest motherfucker.
And you told your mom that you're like upset that
I was getting bullied. Basically, I was getting bullied by these group of, and I'm sure that would have been like maybe the first shot across my bow, and then it was like I'm trying to think. I was also into Weezer. They probably made fun of me for that.
I mean, yeah.
And then whatever, you know.
You deserved all this, bro.
Bullying works. If I didn't get bullied, would I have ended up as like this
fucking dweeb as Weezer motherfucker? My name is Jonas.
Yeah, dude.
My name's Larry.
But anyway, so that's my relation to the Hot Topic goth adjacent culture,
but you're not into Lil Nas X.
No, not at all.
I fuck with it.
Yo, you, Lil Nas X, but the song, we always say this. It always goes back to the music, at least for me. So all this controversy, the fucking stupid sneakers, the right-wing outrage, the culture war, if we're talking about a song that isn't even a fucking banger, what are we talking about? So that's how I feel.
Well, you know what? You know who can't help but talk about themselves is, and this is why they've taken the biggest L, is Nike. Nike's taken the biggest fucking L by exhibiting crazy narc behavior and suing Mischief, continuously putting themselves back in the news cycle and back in the headlines and furthering this, instead of starving it of oxygen, like Mecha Godzilla or whatever would, or Bryan Cranston or Coach Taylor, or Drake's Boo thing. It's like, just like Nike continues.
Just shut the fuck up sometimes.
Just shut the fuck up sometimes. Like there's value in shutting the fuck up sometimes. Like what do you get out of suing Mischief? Well, like their intent is to be like, yo, people think that this is a Nike collab. No, they don't.
Well, okay, to play devil's advocate here.
Nice.
I do think, thank you. I do think that the right-wing fake outrage cycle that was snowballing like crazy on, fucking cable news and on the timeline, you have to realize that these motherfuckers, they don't know what we know about the fashion industry. So to tell them, hey, this isn't actually like a Nike endorsed thing. They are buying Air Max 97s and they are customizing them, and it's a collab between Lil Nas X and this Brooklyn-based creative house. In one ear, out the other, over their head. They don't even know that exists. So they, of course, they literally thought it was Nike. So Nike, what do you think? They have to say something.
So put out a statement and keep hammering it home. Do you really think that like Trumpies are buying Nike? No, they're buying they're buying the fucking off-brand, crazy cheap running shoes on Amazon.
Yeah,
they're buying Under Armour.
Remember the guy put out like because of Colin Kaepernick, he put out like the
Blue Lives Matter 2s.
Yeah, those the White Boy Summer 3.
Yeah.
But no,
But Nike's fucking,
Lil Nas X and Mischief put Nike in a position where they had to make sure. And here's the thing, right? It's not just that the shoes are maybe like whack or corny or edgelord. They are emblazoned with satanic imagery. What is Nike? And corporations are people too, right? If
according to the Supreme Court,
if the government has told us anything, so Nike has to. You're right. They could have gone about it in a classier way. But here we are.
This
I don't blame him, to be honest.
This scandal is coming up on 1 week anniversary. Could have been fucking over by the culture wars could have been focused on Chinatown Market being forced to change its name at the fucking hands of the liberal woke
cancel
Asians.
Culture at it again.
I know, but I'm saying like by Nike filing this lawsuit, there's now all this documentation out there. Our boy Brendan Dunn is combing through that shit with a fine tooth.
He's on the beat.
Fine-tooth comb, and is just like tweeting out screenshots of everything. And Nike, it's just,
these sneakers didn't even go on sale yet, right? They went on sale.
Mischief is like, yo, we already sold and shipped them. We have one pair left that we're going to.
Ironically, it's in God's hands now.
Exactly. And Nike's just like, they sued Warren Lotus. I mean, rightfully so, because those shits were an abortion. That was just an aesthetic lawsuit. But it really is like, can you take a product and Mischief is claiming that it's art and First Amendment rights.
Sure.
Which, there's
a lot of bad art. Like those sneakers are trash, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. They cost $1,018. I mean, I don't know if they're on StockX or anything. That's a reference to like Luke 10:18.
Oh, okay.
About like
Sure.
Satan falling from heaven.
Shout out my guy, fucking Lucifer.
Shout out my guy Lucifer, Beelzebub or whatever.
Beelzebub. What a stupid name. Well, yeah. So Chinatown Market is officially has no name now. That's what you're saying?
They are now known as the streetwear brand. It's
right.
Like,
the Washington football team of the. Thank you for also stealing my joke. Appreciate that. That's John Moy's lifelong crusade was to bring down big Chinatown Market, and I love that it was finally successful. Not that he necessarily was involved, but I don't know about you. That wave of streetwear that was,
it was like goofball streetwear.
And we were at Complex when that shit like really popped off. And I know that Chinatown Market has probably done products that have resonated with the Throw Gang. I was never personally a fan of any of that shit. So it was always easy for me to agree with John and be like, honestly, from just like a fucking John's enthusiast perspective, not even ethically or morally, it's like, this shit is ass, dude. Fuck these guys.
No, it's been ass. They were always like the brand, the streetwear brand.
They're like a Bad Pleasures, who's also just like a bad Stussy, kind of.
Chinatown Market was like family-friendly streetwear. That's what it was, right?
So like the lame streamification of streetwear.
If you're too much of a bitch to buy like a shirt that says like "fuck" on it, right? Which is like so cool, by the way.
Very sick.
If you're like, Mom, Dad, I want money to buy streetwear, and like, well, you can only get this, cartoon image or whatever,
right? The smiley face or whatever the fuck,
whatever the fuck. Oh, yeah, it's a smiley face.
Yeah, I think that's a logo or whatever.
Which like
very cool,
very streetwear, very hard.
Damn, so counterculture.
And then they became the kind of brand that like giant corporations can be like, oh, like we want to collaborate with a streetwear brand, but it can't be anyone that says like "fuck."
Can't be a cool one.
Yeah, so
it can't be a dangerous one.
Yes, Moy said, I believe on the pod he did with Chuck way back.
Oh, originally on the previous podcast endeavor that shall not be named. Please do not listen to it. Take our word for it.
He was like, yo, why are they and he said this, and I didn't know this. He's like, yo, they're not Asian. I was like, what? I had no idea. I thought I just assumed that anyone that named their brand at Chinatown Market, had some ethnic roots growing up in Chinatown.
Yeah. Wasn't the whole, and I don't know what the name is based on or what like those dudes.
So the thing is like, they're like, oh, it's based off like bootleg culture on Canal Street. And they're not even, they're in LA. Like LA has a Chinatown, but like they talk about Canal Street, that's New York.
Right. And it's also that kind of like, it's like an ironic appreciation of that culture.
Yeah, it's
not
a bit
even
of
like
it's a bit of a point your finger and laugh, like
right, laughing at versus laughing with, which obviously is not cool, especially when you're already fucking culture vulturing. So what are they gonna? So is it a contest? Like,
the last thing is that Moy's comment, it stuck with me. It went way the fuck over everyone's heads. Not that Moy was like an evangelist for this cause or anything, but he's just like, yeah, like what the fuck? Like it was just one of those what the fuck things. And guess what? As usual, John Moy,
right side of history,
fucking Nostradamus over there in Detroit. Yeah, right side of history. So what are they going to be called out? I think it's like TBD. They're like, hey, we're going to change our name, but we don't know to what.
Yeah, just get out of here. Like, dude. No interest.
Koreatown Market, like
yeah, right. Gojira,
little Armenia Market. Like,
yeah, whatever.
No, bro,
they'll find another. Listen, it's White Boy Summer, so you already know Chinatown Market is going to find another fucking culture to appropriate, and we can get and listen.
Chet
you know
Hanks
what?
Market,
and we can go right back to the status quo. White guys are cool again. Chinatown Market will have another ethnically offensive name, and Godzilla and King Kong will continue to rule the MonsterVerse as kind of equals that are wary of each other, but that's based in respect, kind of like me and you.
I love the way you say weary. You say wary, which is like how I imagine like babies saying your name.
Is that not how it's pronounced?
Oh,
you're not. You're weary of something.
You're wary.
No, but when you're tired, you're weary.
Yeah, but if you're I'm cautious, you're wary.
That's why I said wary.
No, you say wowie.
Wowie Larry. This has been Throwing Fits, the only podcast that matters. If you are an HBO Max subscriber, check out Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Yo, also
now.
check out Gojira 2000 so you can listen to the P. Diddy song that our guy Chef, once he's done cutting these mixtapes by fucking hand, pressing wax, is going to mix in right now. Chef, go off.